Welcome, students. The title of the unit is Herbal Medicines. The module name is Use of Medicinal Plants in Indigenous/Traditional System of Medicine in Unani. The module number is 3. I am Ms. Frida Pereira, Assistant Professor, Carmel College of Arts, Science and Commerce for Women, Nuwe, Goa. The outline of this module is Introduction to Unani and medicinal plants used in Unani medicine. The learning outcomes of this module are the students will be able to recall the concept of Unani, and the student will be able to explain the medicinal plants used in Unani medicine. Introduction. The Unani system of medicine originated in Greece. The roots of this system go deep into the times of well-known Greek philosopher Hippocrates, who is credited for it. The main framework of Unani medicine is based on the teaching of Hippocrates, who is also the father of medicine. He is then followed by a number of Greek scholars who enrich this system. Aristotle Galen, a well-known scholar, also made valuable contributions to it. This system of Greek origin was further carried to Persia, where it was enhanced by Arabian physicians like Rhazes and Avicenna. In India, the Unani system of medicine was introduced by the Arabs. Like Ayurveda, the Unani system of medicine is also based on the ancient principle. The similarity is the principle of 4 elements, which is identical to Ayurveda's Panchabhuta principle. Therefore, Unani interacted closely with Ayurveda system. Unani practice is mostly confined to the Indian subcontinent. The Unani system of medicine aims to treat the disease and not the symptoms. The drugs are mostly polyherbal formulations and their collective effect is considered. Unani system of medicine is called by various names in different parts of the world, such as Arab medicine, Greco-Arab medicine, Islamic medicine, and also Oriental medicine. The medicinal plants used in Unani medicine, first is Cuminum cyminum. The Sanskrit name is Jiraka. The common name is cumin. It belongs to family Apiaceae and it is a herb. The chemical constituents are cuminum, essential oil, flavones and others. The plant part used is the fruit. Single formulations of Jiraka. The uses: paste of Jiraka is mixed with ghee and rock salt. Powder the material if dry or crush the material if wet. Add little water, heat it in case of powder or grind it in case of wet material to make a paste. This is applied externally for diseases due to poison and pain due to scorpion sting. It is applied in sufficient quantity. Sida cordifolia, that is Jiraka, dried ginger are chopped into pieces and pounded well. Boil half cup of it with 4 cups of water and reduce to 1 cup and filtered. It is administered internally in a dose of 40 to 60 ml 2 to 3 times a day. It is advised in cough and dyspnea. Primary health care: Galactagog. Crush Jiraka seeds to prepare powder. Take this in a dose of 3 to 6 grams along with jaggery twice a day. For indigestion and stomachache, roast seeds of Jiraka and crush to prepare powder. Take internally in dose of 3 to 6 along with honey. For the treatment of piles, crush seeds of Jiraka to prepare paste and apply it locally over the affected area. The next plant is Glycyrrhiza glabra. The Sanskrit name is Yasti Madhu. The common name is licorice. It belongs to family Fabaceae and it is a herb. The chemical constituents are triterpene saponins, glycyrrhizin, flavonoids, and others. The plant part used is the root. Single formulations of Yasti Madhu uses milk, Glycyrrhiza glabra, and Indian sandalwood should be clean for medicated milk. The proportion of milk should be 1 part, water 4 parts, and the ingredients. Primary health care, beneficial for eyes. Consume 3 to 6 grams of root powder along with ghee. It improves the eyesight. For treatment of wounds, mix the root powder with ghee and apply it locally over the affected area. The next plant is Allium cepa. The Sanskrit name is Palandu. The common name is onion. It belongs to family Liliaceae and it is a herb. The chemical constituents are glycolic acid and others. The plant part used is the bulb. Single formulations of Palandu uses juice of Palandu should be taken in dose of 80 ml. It eradicates gastroenteritis. In epistaxis, juice of Palandu leaves should be put into nostrils followed by snuffing of Glycyrrhiza glabra mixed with honey. Primary health care. For the treatment of bleeding piles, cooked vegetable of Palandu should be taken with buttermilk, which is very useful in this condition. For the treatment of cough, the juice of onion bulb mixed with honey or sugar candy or jaggery should be administered orally in a dose of 10 to 30 ml. Epistaxis, crush the onion bulb to extract juice and instill 2 to 3 drops into the nostril. It checks epistaxis. The next plant is Ocimum sanctum. The Sanskrit name is Surasa or Tulsi. The common name is Tulsi. It belongs to family Lamiaceae and it is a shrub. The chemical constituents, essential oil and others. The plant part used is leaves. Single formulations of Surasa or Tulsi. In all type of cough, ashes are prepared with Tulsi leaves. It is used internally 2 to 3 grams with 3 spices, that is black pepper, long pepper and ginger, along with old jaggery and ghee. Dose as directed by the physician. Tulsi juice is antiphlegmatic and is administered internally in cough aggravated due to kapha. 20 ml with honey 2 to 3 times a day. The next plant is Raphanus sativus. The Sanskrit name is Mulaka. The common name is radish. It belongs to family Brassicaceae. It is a herb. The chemical constituents are raphanin, glycosinolates, etc. The plant part used are the leaves, root and seeds. Single formulations of Mulaka uses. The soup of radish is efficacious in diarrhea. Decoction of tender radish is added with Piper longum powder. It controls gastroenteritis and promotes the digestive power. Radish mixed with sesamum is an excellent remedy for edema. Primary health care. In treatment of anemia, the juice of tender radish, about 40 ml, is added with sugar, which elevates this condition. One has to take this once in a day for a month. For the treatment of diarrhea or piles, the soup of Mulaka is very efficacious in this condition. The following are the references.